Staring at herself in the mirror on the restroom door. Voices in her head that mirror what she's heard before.
Hey, party peoples. How y'all doing? Ain't we doing it big, okay? We said they ain't holding us down out here. We're like 2 nights in a row. We are doing it big. We said Easter. What? Sorry, guys. These cards, I usually should always actually make sure I get these out before I actually come on live. Because it's a joke. It's the whole thing. How are you guys doing since the last time we didn't spoke all of less than 24 hours ago? Because I am sure I finished up around about like after 2, maybe? Yeah, after 2. Hoping for a similar finish tonight. I'm actually coming in earlier than I did last night. So let's hope we can get this wrapped up within 4 hours tonight. We did that yesterday. I was so grateful for that. Oh, I am having a good day. I am having a God day, actually. I am having more than a good day. I'm having a God day. The downloads be coming through. Listen, for those of you who know about That So Raven, okay, I be having many of those daydream moments. I literally had to drag myself out of several timelines today and be like, focus, work. This is why I tell people I'm dyslexic, because it's a challenge to stay in this present experience most days. But I'm having a good day. God's been putting the downloads out there with the angels, and they are being very generous in the sharing. Okay, so my ears been chewed off all day with downloads on so many things, and I'm just executing. They just come over here and just like bees, and because they know that I hear a buzz, they just keep going. Okay, let's dive into it. Sorry, I'm just making sure we got everything properly set up. Keep taking these up. We haven't used them. We shall see how the night goes. Gotta make sure my snack's in there. Good one. I'm a bit sleepy today. Oh, girl. Listen, I went to the gym and I managed to come in and have dinner like I told y'all I was going to. Okay, today's dinner was last night's dinner. That is what happens when you cook for yourself. Okay, and I can't just cook like a one portion type thing. Like I have to cook a meal. So yeah, life was easier today than yesterday because I'm gonna have my nephews this weekend. So we're gonna work with the timing we got. I really have a moment when I'm not sleepy. Okay, that part. I'm either daydreaming or actually sleeping. Oh, have we got the list together as well, guys? Who's under his house? What have we got? Oh, I agree, Ash. I don't think it's fair. That's the whole point as well in me sort of like being able to come in here and, you know, open the space, I guess, for everyone else to be able to come and join our little community. Hey, Firefly Magic. I don't know if there's any space. I'm trying to find a list, but I don't know that I see one. Okay. I think I found one from Cherry Blossom. Yeah, no, we're going to do a list live, and also we're going to get out of that habit of creating the list whilst I'm not in the space. The guys basically, um, those were some of the energies or spirits causing resistance to us being able to maintain momentum last time. They loved the whole thing and the vibe and watching us do what we do in here, but they also wanted to be able to make sure that their people could come and get a read as well. So we're going to open floor so that we can continue to maintain momentum this course round. Because there was lots of learning, even though I wasn't here in these YouTube streets, guys. I was still learning how to basically manage the space when I do come back. Oh, dang! Look at arms, you guys. I'm gymming. Okay, look at arms. I've always had like a pretty decent looking arms, whether or not they do what they're supposed to do. You know, like Popeye before he eats his spinach. That's me. Okay. And see here, we're gonna create a list. Let's get a whoop whoop as far as who's in the building. Okay. Yeah, we do need to sort of like allow room for new people to be able to get an opportunity to unpack some things. But we are gonna create the list and see who's here now and try and get a list together in that space. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Lala. Thank you for the like. Can I get a like, everybody? Let's try and get into the algorithms. I'm supposed to be growing the channel. I'm so comfortable with you guys. I'm like low key, like fear of success, right? Because I'm like, oh God, what happens when there's more people? I'm gonna be here for like 10 hours for a read. You know what I mean? But yeah, last night was good for me, guys. We wrapped up in like 4 hours. I'm hoping for like a good quick time tonight again because that was good. Okay, I actually managed to get some good sleep. I woke up, I didn't do anything, but I do have to do lots tomorrow because I've got my nephews, so I need to sort of make sure the place is ready for them. So let's get a list together, and we're going to go and dive into some things. Who's going to do the list? Can we get a volunteer to do the list? And we can go and unpack some things. Hey, I speak my truth. Hey, Sammy, we missed you yesterday. I did say pop back in today. Let's get a list together, please, guys, and see who we got in the room at the minute. Let's go and do that. We've got so many things going on. So many things going on at the minute. So, yeah. While you guys get the list together, how's everybody doing? Oh, guys, I've got like no sweets. I got to go and do shopping tomorrow, thankfully, for my nephews. I literally ate up everything. I had a moment of self-sabotage earlier this week, and I just like sat and ate sweets, and I missed my first day of gym because I was like expelled from booking classes for like 8 days because I was late 3 times in 28 days, but that's normal. Well, it wasn't late. I didn't show up. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what's happening in a 4-hour window, man. I'm good. Shakima love, should we leave the rest of us? No, not at all. It's not a situation like that, guys. We're just going to create the list and see who's here. And we'll kind of like work with that situation and navigate the dynamics from there. What have we got? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who else wants to read? I think okay, Lala's there on the list. Firefly Magic, I Speak My Truth, and Sammy, yeah. And who else do we have? Ash said she's not looking for a read tonight. She did get a good little read yesterday. She's got some stuff in the back pocket to unravel once the timelines kind of become apparent. Who wants to read? We've got about how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got about, we're going to do it break even. We've got 4 places on the list. And we're going to leave 2 spaces open for like people that might pop in. And we'll see how it goes. No. Okay, so because we want to be able to kind of like grow the channel as well, because we're going to be focused on doing that as well, guys, because I'm going to be doing events and stuff as well. So there's eventually, this is like us getting a prequel. This is a warm up for us. We're going to have to like share me in the space because there may come time where I get in here and it's a lot more chaos than what we're used to. So we're growing for that space in the meantime, in between time. But I'm gonna miss like our little intimate little space. I'm expanding myself to be more open to the window of success. Anxiety, guys, like seriously, anxiety. So yeah, we are opening up the space as well. We want to get 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're like growing. We're going to grow, actually. We're going to grow tremendously over the course of the next year. So yeah. Okay, so can we add Cherry Blossom? S wants to read as well. Sammy's already on the list. Ari wants a read as well. Oh, Ari, sidebar. I'm not sure if you were sort of like here yesterday after I said the situation. There was something that I said as well for my. Oh, that's the thing. The fainting thing. When mum gets to that point, it has something to do with the pressure situation. She needs to manage that elevation of things. Sidebar. No confusion. No confusion, Ash. I'm sorry if anybody did get confused. I wasn't confused. Let me speak for myself. It's my bad. It is fair to be able to have an open space. That's why I'm going to leave a couple of spots open. So all these guys, there's like a 60-40 window. Okay, 40% of y'all had something yesterday, and 60% of it is like new space. We're going to leave 2 spaces open. So we've got the new list. Let me start that one. And okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who else did I say? Certified Princess as well wants to read. Sorry, I stopped at Certified Princess. No, I see you, Smara. I see you, girl. Don't worry. I see. We're doing good. Okay, so let's get Certified Princess in, and then we've just got the 2 spots left on the free list. Okay. And we're going to go and unpack some things in the meantime, in between time. And let's get a like everybody in on the live now, so we can start getting the algorithm going so that, those 2 who are allocated to those slots can find their way in here. Okay. So, yeah, definitely trying to be helpful. Definitely trying to be helpful. We're going to balance the space because that's actually how we're going to grow. And Spirit wants us to be able to expand ourselves. For the community is growing, guys. It's going to be a lot bigger. There's going to be a lot of other sort of content coming you guys' way. I don't know that I'm going to have the capacity for this like every weekend. It might be a bi-weekly situation. We'll have to sort of see what momentum I can sort of maintain once things develops. But this is us having the talk, guys. This is us having the talk. A Firefly Magic, hit me with your best shot, okay? Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Sorry. Martin's going to be telling me off soon. Let me bring the decibels down. It's so quiet where I live as well. Like you can literally like it gets so quiet at night. It's very quiet at daytime. Nighttime is just a different vibration of quiet. Okay, it's like yeah, you can hear breath. I love it that way though. That's why I get the downloads coming through because it's not like constant distractions. Anywho, let's go and get into some things. We got our question. So let's get into it. With the current situation and where it going between Scorpio and the other party, Miss W. One idea where I stand with him while that's going on. Okay. Thank you, Cherry Blossom. Got it. I'm going to unstart the previous one. We got 2 spots open on the list. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All good. Okay, so we have what's the current situation and where is it going between Scorpio and the other party, Miss W? I want an idea where I stand with him while that's going on. Sorry, I had to insert other stuff in there because that's how my mind computes. Literally, how that's like presented is how my mind computes stuff anyway. So, yeah. But yeah, let's go and dive into some things, guys. I think this is a 2-parter. The first part is going to give insight into the second part. Both of us are friends with him and have romantic interest. Okay. What are the currency? Okay. What's the situation between Miss W and Scorpio? Yeah, thanks for helping with the list. Let's get a little bit of okay. Lack of success. Okay. Okay. Okay, no bondage. Okay. What's his feelings towards Miss W? Okay. 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 That's what we are there. Okay. And what's his feelings towards Firefly Magic? Okay. Put that into perspective, guys. She attached onto the energy that you already developed, yeah? You were busy cooking it up with him and she just swooped right in there. Autumn, it's your lucky day. Okay. Why? Okay. 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 Thank you, Autumn. See, family, we're growing. You do get to be added on the list, but we do take a minute to get to the reads over here because we do unpack some things. So hopefully you're still here by your read, Autumn, but you'll get to know us. Okay, it's always a good time with us. We're always here for a fun time as well as we unpack the things. So looking into the details, Firefly. Two aspects to the situation because obviously I read on you guys' connection as well as their connection. All good. Thank you for stopping in and checking us out. So their situation still very open. There's not really much planning, but I guess they are exploring a connection. In some regards, they do have more heart-to-heart conversations, I guess. Kind of like you said, she kind of replaced the energy that you were sort of like giving. I don't know. So in terms of the dynamics, it seems like he's kind of withdrawn his playful, flirtatious energy as well in the space with you. So what's the dynamic with you guys now? Because from what I can see, he's kind of like focused in that space, even though he knows. You know what? Which part, girl? Yeah, you threw me off there as well. Now I'm confused as to know what you're referring to. Yeah, he is more focused on her from what I can see in this situation. It seems as though they're spending a little more time, like they have conversations a little bit more. That's why I'm asking sort of what's the dynamic with you guys now, because it seems as though his energy is a little bit withdrawn. I meant no way. Okay. Listen, I get with this Mercury post shadow period. Okay. Like there's still so much going on with it. But yes, my love, thanks for clarifying as well. Much appreciated. So, from what I can see with the situation on your part, it seems like you guys are navigating through a separation of sorts. So he's definitely spending a little bit more time in that space. I don't think he sees it going anywhere, but I think it's more a case of, I guess, testing the waters with it and seeing what one can get away with, because she's like, she's come forward and her energy is very much giving forceful and persuasive. Um, so he's kind of like going, yeah, hot and cold. Yeah, well, it's one of the cold seasons. It's one of the cold. Let's see how things kind of like play out with both dynamics. How do you see things playing out with the dynamics with Miss S? Okay. demon time, yeah? How do you see things playing out with Miss S? Thank you. Okay. And how do you see things playing out with Firefly magic moving forward? Okay. Okay. Elaborate on this. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for the clarity. Couldn't have said it any clearer. Okay. Okay. You joking? There's no way they will work. Wow. Wow. From what I can see on the cards with the dynamics, they're both actually expressing romantic feelings, is how the situation sort of like plays out moving forward. I think they may decide to test the waters after all. Yeah. On the dynamics with you, it's showing that there's still a lack of closure in terms of the situation, but there isn't really like much making of any effort. Let's clarify this as well, actually. Let's clarify. Oh, thank you. That almost flew, guys. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, I completely agree with you, my love. Hey, newbie to the building. Nisha, Belle. Nice to have you in the family, Nisha. Thanks for the sub. Yeah. Did we get... Oh, we got them in on the list. Thank you, Cherry Blossom. I appreciate you. Okay. Awesome stuff. Okay, so as soon as trap him soon as she can. I agree with you, babe, because that's her plan. It's literally her plan. That's literally her plan, as far as trapping him. But her little seductions kind of worked. She's managed to get him in the little trap already. I think he's all wrapped up in the love bubble, or what he thinks is the love bubble. It's more manipulation on her part. She just kind of saw something she wanted and went for it. And he was already, I guess, steaming off the energy with you guys, because I can see that this is still a lack of closure situation, because that dynamic there isn't enough chemistry. They're actually not like a viable match per se. But seems like there's an expressing of romantic feelings, and that kind of develops into something. And you're sort of left. Have they been as far as physically intimate? Hmm, let's have a look. Okay. Not yet. Not yet. Hasn't been the right timing just yet. But it's coming. Okay. It is coming. I'm not looking for a reading, my love. um, the nostalgia. Oh, I see you. Okay. Well, this is definitely a psychic show to watch because we love to dive into the things over here. But hey, Green Rose, nice to see you. Okay, definitely old friends. Okay. What's the Leo's intentions towards both of you guys? Peep T, you're right, Sam. Let's go and have a little look on that situation in a minute. We're going to have a look and see what's going on there. I am actually going to unpack his intentions towards both of you guys. Yeah. I think he's kind of being led astray by his little head with that dynamic and situation. He's going to find himself wrapped up in a situation before he knows it. Because she did kind of like, I wouldn't say lure him in with a mask, mind you, because he's going to find out who she really is after the facts. I don't know how much she can sort of like keep that pretense going for, but it seems as though she has intercepted you guys' connection. So the dynamics with you guys is going to be left open-ended, which means lack of closure. He is totally, and he going to be messed up. Yeah, well, decisions, okay? Karma's out here taking notes, even if we're like, say what? I didn't mean it. Listen, I do that all the time. I'm like, oh my God, that was a feeling. Cancel that. Doesn't work like that. So he's going to have to deal with the consequence of this decision. Let's see how it plays out for them. How does it play out for them after the facts? Yeah. There isn't really a relationship that gets developed per se from it. They do sort of get to know each other on a deeper level. They do, I guess, get to a place where they're having a casual interaction at some point. But I don't know that actually, like I said, we started this speaking about the fact that it's an unrequited love in terms of the dynamics. There's not enough chemistry to kind of keep things solidified with them. But I guess they're gonna give it a go. She sees something that she wants and she feels like she needs to have it. And I think once he has it, he's gonna realize he's not sure if he wanted it in the first place. So we'll see how that pans out for them. Let's see what's the advice for you in the meantime, in between time, okay? Because sometimes romance class is doing the most. She's not getting it. Going to speak up, can't hold back anymore. She's like, listen, girl, okay, maybe we don't need to tell you what the advice is. I get you being human. I do get you being human. She seems to have like selfishly swooped in there, but what's the advice for a girl firefly? Sorry, girl. What's the advice? What's the advice? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Which is what? Oh, thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So, I know you're fuming at her, but PT, okay? Because this is what they're saying. It's easy to also look at. Okay, definitely demon time. Sorry. It's also easy to look at. Guys, let's not do that again. Sorry. Having a sidebar conversation with the team. Hey, Makaya. I don't know that there's a space open on the list at the moment. Let me just go and check on the list and see where we are. Yeah, Sammy, I did store your question for you. I've got it covered. Let's see, I think we're at 10, 2, 4, 6, 8. No, I'm sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, you can be our little novelty on the list, and then we're going to start creating a waiting list. Let's get Makaya. Can we get a like and a sub, Makaya? Thank you. Okay, because we sort of wanted to get the YouTube algorithm in so we can sort of get some, open the space for new people to be able to come in and get something. That's okay. If you can hang in there for your read as well, because we do take a little minute to get to it over here because we do unpack into some things. But it's definitely worth the wait, okay? Yumi. Hey, Yumi. How are you doing? I am good. I am good. Hey, Lala. There is. If we're going to ask someone who also got a read yesterday, if they want to free up a spot, otherwise you can be on the waiting list if that's okay. And don't be afraid to ask. Don't be shy, Yumi. Okay? So put it out there, guys. Yumi's seeing if anybody who got a read yesterday wants to give them an opportunity to get a read tonight. Yumi said, I'm here. Okay, so advice for you, wrapping things up, Firefly Magic. In terms of the situation, they were saying it's easy to sort of look at her because obviously she was the clear manipulator in the dynamic coming in because, I don't know that she actually really wants him either. I think she just has a thing with competition as well. And I think she's going to wake up from that as well. And she's actually going to find him irritating. So it's a whole mess for both of them, to be fair. They're both wearing masks in different places with the situation in that regards. I think he's kind of like swaying that way because he feels like she's a little bit, I'm not going to say easier, but it seems like it's a easier challenge. So I dropped my question. I'm confused. Oh, Yumi, guys, Yumi's asking if they can get a spot. Okay, I've got Sam's question. I do have Sam's question. The list, if you guys want to sort of like get on the waiting list, because we do have the list. Yeah. Sorry guys, we're getting a little bit caught up on some stuff at the minute. Can we get some guys started to be added to the waiting list as well? Because people sometimes are not here for their read and sometimes they just miss their spot. So can we also start getting a waiting list together? Nobody offered their spot from yesterday. Nobody who got a read yesterday. I don't know if they're still in the room, but nobody offered their spot to me. Okay, I did put it out there. I auctioned the spot, Yumi. Nobody took me up on the offer, I guess. But you can get added to a waiting list, and if somebody misses their spot, then you can dive right in there, basically. That's what that's for. So let's get these guys on a waiting list as well. And also, because the reads do take a minute, feel free to pop out and pop back in, because that's what people do on a regular. Okay. You can be added to the waiting list. We do have, let's have at least 11 on the list, please, Cherry Blossom. That's like the novelty list. So we're on the first one. So let's add about 10 collectively on the list, and then get a waiting list together based on those who have requested to be added to the list. If you can, Cherry Blossom, it's going to take a minute, but please and thank you. Okay, much appreciated. I'm gonna wrap things up for you, Firefly Magic. I know you've been waiting for the end of this. But yes, so they were saying it's easy to sort of like put all the blame on her with the dynamics when it comes to how he's handled the situation. But quite frankly, the way he has handled the situation, I don't know if your team, okay, if your angels, if your guides wants him necessarily for yourself. They're saying that based on his ability to be this flippant, it would have been an unsuccessful situation. So why not just let her have him? Sorry. I didn't even know where they were going with that until I said it out loud, but that's what they're saying. Why not just let her have him? Because it's easy to sort of look at it on the dynamics of where she came from, but he's also on demon time as well, in a different degree, in a different capacity. So if he's that flaky and he's that quick to switch, do you really want it, is what they're asking. But they're saying it should be a firm no, I guess, is what they're saying. Take it as a sign. Okay. But I hope that that was useful for you, my love. I'm going to sort of get into Samantha's space now, because the space is getting filled real quick. So we want to be able to get into some things tonight. Let's see. That gives me a pass to slate him. It gives you a pass to do you, girl. That's what it does. It gives you a pass to do you. I think that the way that he's choosing to also handle the situation, because both of you guys, like the whole lack of closure situation with you, I don't think that your guides are feeling that situation. They're just like, why? Which is probably why you even asked the question in the first place. Do you see what I'm saying? Because they're like, why? Should I waste my time? I don't think that he's playing his cards too great in the situation. I think he's just going there because she may be the presumed easy route. And you know what I mean? So because of that, because she's showing that much interest, yeah, he's just gonna have to manage his decisions. But yeah, hope that that was useful for you, beautiful. Right. Let's get into it, Sammy. I think I starred your question. Towards us, as in you guys as an item? That's the question for Sammy. Benita Bala. Welcome. You can be added to the waiting list. And if, you know, anybody misses their spot, then you can get right in there. Okay. Okay. Thanks for clarifying, Sammy. Let's dive into it. What's Leo's intentions towards what they've got going on at the minute? Him and Samantha. What's Leo's intentions, guys? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Put that into perspective. Let's talk about it, guys. Okay. Oh, battery's low already? Dang. Sorry, guys, bear with me. Okay. They seem like they want to sort of, they're coming in with they're presenting, I guess, a new opportunity. They did seem like they're sort of past some things. Have you guys sort of had like previous conflicts that you're sort of like recovering from with that space? Because what I'm seeing is that they're sort of making spontaneous acts moving forward, like they're sort of spontaneously making certain gestures moving forward in terms of the dynamics with you guys. So answer me that question. Previous conflicts you guys are kind of like navigating through, because I'm seeing as well something about a separation. So are they going through a separation? Yeah, we did. That was the conflict. Are you guys going through a separation? What's the dynamics presently with you guys? Or is the separation to do with distance? Sorry, you guys see me squinting. I'm like trying to, that's my third eye. I'm like trying to figure it out. Distance. Okay. Are you guys dealing with a distance dynamics as well at the minute, as in terms of the separate? I'm asking to be able to sort of get an understanding, because they're saying that basically there's a lot of forgiving and learning at the minute, and that's kind of where he's at with the situation. I don't know that things are like healed, but you guys are kind of like navigating through the process basically of a previous conflict, and they're presenting a new opportunity to do differently, and that's kind of like where their intentions are with things. They don't want things to kind of like be separate, I guess, anymore, or at least separate in the same way that it has been. Moving through some past resentments at the minute, and moving forward, they want to be able to just have a lot more like spontaneity about things, being able to sort of like crop up, I guess, do like an impromptu check-in. I think maybe things have been a little bit reserved for a while between you guys, and I think moving forward they want things to be a little bit more open and flexible, is their intentions with things. Yeah, they're going to be coming to present these opportunities as well. Okay. And how do you see that intention unfolding moving forward? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Lack of planning. Mm, okay. Okay. So if you noticed, I asked an additional question because I wanted to sort of get an intent. It's one thing to know a person's intentions, but sometimes our actions don't necessarily align with our intentions. Sometimes we want one thing, but whether or not we're like actually aligned for those things is a different thing. So yeah. The way in which things will play out, it seems as though like his actions doesn't necessarily sort of align with his intentions. Um, Lack of planning is probably why he wants it to be spontaneous because shit, I don't think he'd be able to sort of like plan. Um, but that's actually what's required for him to align with that intention. Even if it is spontaneous, he still needs to do some planning. So, for the most part, his intentions are basically to do differently. Whether he aligns with those intentions, don't see his actions doing so. To be fair, don't see his actions doing so. I see him sort of like being burnt out, coming with a defeatist attitude at times, but he's trying to figure out how to manage that in this space, and he's trying to figure out how to, he's trying to figure out how to control it and be a little bit more disciplined, basically. But how it plays out is going to be based on where he's at mentally, because it seems as though the way that he communicates is the thing that's going to trip him up. Like, it's almost like he's going to overpromise and underdeliver, basically, type dynamic is how that's going to play out. So it's going to trip him up. So maybe don't take him too serious on most things, but definitely hold him accountable to the most important key priorities is what I'd say on that one. Okay. Let's have a little look and see your guidance in navigating through the situation as well, Sammy girl. What's the guidance for our girl, Sammy, with the situation? Okay. 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 Okay, well, their guidance, sorry guys, I'm about to start getting some hot flushes. Okay, it's that time. Their guidance is you're crossing a path that you don't necessarily need to worry about. It's a maybe path. It's not like a yes ecstatically path. It's a maybe path. But it's not up to you as to whether that yes actually like definitively becomes a yes, because there's work that Leo has to do. Okay. And Leo is, I guess he wants to sort of like prove to himself as well on some of these things. So yeah, let, I guess, Leo court as he does. Um, yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking like he might actually be willing to at least keep trying. So this is one thing that God generally does, like universally, God loves a trier. So because he's willing, and as long as he stays willing to sort of work on some of the, I guess, the ways he might trip himself up in terms of overpromising and under delivering. Um, as long as he's willing to basically make right and do better, and he's willing to grow and expand, God will kind of like keep him in the space, giving the tries. Basically, he'll get chance opportunity. So grace is in his favor, I guess, with the situation, and it's got a good probability of success for him to actually execute. So we'll see. It might take some time though, okay, to fully align, because he's gonna need a few attempts. But yeah, that's where he's at in terms of his intentions, Mama. I hope that that was useful for you, girl. Okay. Okay. Let's go and dive into some things. Oh, good, Sammy, beautiful. Thank you for the question. I love how your guides just get straight to it as well. Like, thank you. Okay, so who we got next on the list? Lala, are you still here? No. Okay, Lala. Blunt reading. Sorry, I am still in my gym shoes again. Oh, God. I don't know. Like, my life is so busy, guys, but I stay busy. Hashtag Virgo. Okay. I gotta constantly be doing something all the time. Otherwise, I'm bored. But my little Pisces self just wants to be a dreamer. It's so funny. Oh, dealing with the dynamics of self. Okay. All right, Lala. Start your question. Let's get you up on the screen. You are next. We're actually getting through the list. Welcome in, everyone. You can be added to the waiting list. Shift team group. We do have a waiting list going. I might have to start coming in here to like hang out with you guys on a regular, because clearly we've got like new people that do want to be able to get in on some reads as well. The waiting list is already pretty full. Okay. I'll see how I feel when I get to the waiting list. Depending on how quick we can get through some of these reads, I might actually be able to get through some stuff. So we'll see. Okay. Okay. Thank you for confirming. We'll add you to the waiting list. And yeah, feel free to pop in and out, because we take a little minute depending on the questions around here. Blunt reading about the situation with Taurus. 60% is ready to walk because he gave me no choice. 40% is, I don't know, stuck. He cheated and he did something worse than cheating. I'm just changing myself. Am I wrong? Oh, am I wrong? No, you're not wrong. Actions have consequences. So I guess those actions, because it seems like there's multiple factors to the situation. When was the cheating dynamic? Was that recent? And also, did you guys like have a proper discussion about it to maybe get an understanding of what triggered that dynamic? Okay, so was that in the Mercury retrograde recently? Because sometimes Mercury retrograde can kind of like bring up old wounds type dynamic, and if you have trust issues, they'll bring like a test in for your partner, and then the partner might not do so well with the test. Okay. God, now I'm confused. Which one was the no and which one was the yes? Sorry, I should slow with the questions. My bad. Okay. Which one was the no answer and which was the yes answer? Just cheated. Okay. Okay. So Mercury post shadow is going on at the minute. Hmm, hmm. What was the dynamic with you guys at the time? Were you guys sort of like navigating through some Mercury retrograde communication battles leading up to like the inevitable event? And I say inevitable because haven't talked about the situation. He ghosted me, waited for him to reach out, so I blocked him. Okay, okay, I hear you. Listen, okay. We just lost the baby, became distant. Okay. See, this is why I was asking the questions that I was asking. Because usually there's tests when these dynamics show up. And the cheating's usually and it's somewhat of a point of reference to how the test went with the universe. Okay, so okay, you guys were expanding your family, and then okay, okay, let's unpack it. Let's unpack it about the situation. Dang, you didn't even actually do a question. Okay, blunt reading about the situation. Let's just talk about the situation then, guys. How do you guys sort of like see the situation playing out moving forward? Okay. It is a lot, but also I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to unpack it a little bit because I think, okay, I will. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, that's a lot, big guys. Okay, we got a whole bunch of cards here, Lala. Um, so bear with me. Let me get all of these out because they are going to be telling me a little story about the happenings of the happenings. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give it to you as they're sort of giving me the download, right? Because it's a whole story that they're telling me. Because there's a lot here. We've got about 3, 6, 9, 12. We've got 14 cards. I'm gonna give you the story as it's being downloaded to me. So they're saying recovering from a past moment of overconfidence, because that's what the situation was. I think the person was striking his ego, and I think he got caught up in the moment, and his confidence tripped him up actually. I think he was feeling a little bit under the weather with some of the things that you guys were sort of navigating through. And I think the attention basically is what kind of tripped him up. So that's where he was tested, and that's really more or less where he failed, which makes sense because you mentioned there was some distance, so there probably wasn't much attention exchange going on in that space. But they're saying, in terms of the dynamics, what was once a warm experience for him, what was once a pleasant experience for him, is now something that is going to be mentally challenging for you. And he's going to be navigating through your mental challenges, navigating through the situation with him after the facts of this. I don't want to call it a boo boo, but I guess human error, we'll put it like that. And it seems as though moving forward for yourself, it may kind of feel like you questioning as well. Does he want to be here? Was that a missed opportunity? Should I just let him go? So there's a lot of those dynamics to sort of navigate moving forward. He's going to have to deal with the karma of this situation. We've got the karma card presented on the past timeline. So karma's already playing out with this situation. But again, that's why I asked about the unpacking situation leading up to it, because I think the losing of the child and that disconnect actually had a bigger impact basically on the relationship in itself. So karma has already set a sequence in motion, which, yeah, was all about greed. That's the karma that's going to be playing out moving forward. The karma of this of a greedy decision, basically, the karma of a selfish decision, the fate of a selfish decision is going to come to full completion moving forward. The third party dynamic that you guys are now navigating through karmically is actually going to come with its own mental challenges for yourself, and he's going to have to deal with the communication on some of those dynamics. This is a tricky one, babe. I don't know if you guys can survive this. I'm not gonna lie. It's looking pretty fiery. I'm gonna say this. Even if you guys do survive this, I don't know that you guys are the same. You get, for a good while, actually, you're like on his skin. I think, okay, so here's my suggestion. Seeing the dynamics of some of these things, I think some healthy separation could do you guys well. Doesn't have to be a long-term decision, but I do think because Mercury retrograde, when we make decisions in the Mercury retrograde, they're not intended to be long-term decisions, but they are supposed to be the necessary decision with the situation. He took too long to try to reach out, just miscarried, had to be rushed to the hospital, and he never showed up. I don't think I can forgive him for that. Well, there's a lot in the water. That's why I'm like, I don't know if you guys can actually come back from this, because it looks like it changes you personally. Like the whole dynamics. Like that's why I was saying that the separation might be a little bit healthy for you. To at least be outside of the space whilst you process, because I can see your personality sort of like changes significantly. There's a shift in your personality after this experience with Taurus. Yeah, you're going to be navigating through some bitterness for a while, actually. Um, well deserved. I'm obviously he's kind of like karmically, his decisions has kind of put you in this place where your scars are sort of being in the spotlight. But yeah, um, I don't know that this. That's why I block him. Yes, did a lot. Soul reaching to fix myself. But that's the thing. That's the thing. I think him being in the space may unravel some of those things. So I hear you on the blocking, and that might be the best thing that you can actually do for yourself right now with the situation. I think he's still dealing with that attention insecurity situation because, no offense, like this was all a little situation to do with like self confidence. And if he basically failed the tests based on that, he's probably like, he's in the high probability of failing that test again. Because I think that needs to be, yeah. So, okay, so let me put it like this. He was flattered. Sorry. Now with my mama. She be doing this again. Sorry, let me let her know I'm now. That was my WhatsApp, guys. I have to have it on my laptop as well, my work laptop, because my mama be out here like what she just did. But yes, Lala, my love. So with the dynamics, yeah. He was basically like feeling a little bit under the weather. When I say under the weather, I mean emotionally, like he was feeling low. He was feeling a little bit insecure, basically. Didn't really necessarily know how to deal with the situation that you guys were sort of dealing with. Oh, good. Okay, my mama's in the building, y'all. About but yeah. So with the situation, she just gave him some attention, and that was the thing. Um, she gave him some attention, and it made his confidence like he got past the point of confidence to arrogance. Basically, is what that was. Because confidence is a tricky thing to play with, right? You have got to gauge it right. Because if you're overconfident, you get into the point of arrogance. If you're underconfident, you get to the place of naivete. So you just, yeah, I guess he didn't gauge that confidence situation too right. And in all honesty, I think, I don't know that he cares as well, to be honest with you. I'm going to be, when I say I don't know that he cares, I don't know that he cares about the way that he's scarred you by the situation. Timing couldn't have been worse on the dynamics. But I think also for him as well, he was vulnerable, he was susceptible, well played on the devil's part because, he was able to bring in the right temptress at the time where his defenses were low. But I don't think he's actually like, yeah, I don't know that you'll get the kind of care that you would need from him to actually be able to heal through this, to be honest with you. And that's the challenge with the situation. Let's see what the advice is for you, nonetheless, Mama. Okay, let's have a little look. What's the advice for a girl, Lala? Okay. More information about what? About communicating white. Okay. Gather that. Okay. And then what? Okay. 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 They definitely advise free yourself. They are saying you're going to actually get more information. More stuff's going to come to light, basically, as to why it's actually a no. Because I don't know that it's just a one-time situation. There may be more to the situation moving forward as well. And that's going to develop and play out. And I think you're really going to see who this person actually is moving forward, because moving forward, it seems like there's competition. This person is not in the background, they're in the forefront, like they're actually moving forward with you guys and your situation from what I can see on the timeline trajectory. So their advice is, yeah, the only action you need to take is getting more information about why it's actually a no moving forward, because that situation has only just begun as far as like Taurus and this new person. So yeah. It's going to come to light for you over the course of the next 8 weeks. Okay. I hope that was useful for you, beautiful. I'm sorry to hear the news. I don't know, Mama. I don't know. I don't know. They said that it's going to play out over the course of the next 8 weeks. I think he's basically courting her type dynamic. I don't know about pregnancy, but you're going to find out in the next 8 weeks. Within the next 8 weeks, it's going to keep playing out, because they said more information is going to be coming in, and you're going to find out exactly why it's a no for you guys. Yeah. I actually think you guys, didn't carry to full term for its own reasons. And I think that with the dynamic, could you have imagined this could have been a different situation? I don't know if the pregnancy was actually bringing you guys closer, but could you imagine being in the pregnancy, navigating this type of, I guess, failure of the test? That becomes tricky. But yeah, you'll get some more information about it within the next 8 weeks. They do advise as well. Distance is actually okay in this dynamic for now. I don't know that they're willing to stop their actions at the minute. They're dealing with an attachment. So the best way that I can put it, their ego is overexcited based on the level of confidence that they're feeling at the minute. But yeah, you're the collateral to basically that ego at the moment, unfortunately. Hey, Star Girl. Free list is closed currently. We do have a waiting list open. Donation list is also open as well, guys. Sidebar. Just so that you guys are aware, we've got 3 spots available on the donation list as well. Okay, Lala, I hope that that was useful for you though, my love. And thank you for the question. Okay, I speak my truth. Where are you? I'm going to start snacking, guys. We're like an hour and 20 minutes in. I deserve some snacks. Yes, I said that. The hell that I would have been through. Thank you so much. No, that's okay, beautiful. That's okay. Keep me posted, my love. Putting prayers up there for you. Okay. What does Spirit want me to know? Okay. What do you guys want? I speak my truth. They want some truth. Okay. What do you want them to know? Thank you, Cherry Blossom. Yay. Okay. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. This is nice. I somewhat like this for you. Okay. What were some of the setbacks that they were dealing with previously? Thank you. Okay. Okay. And what's shifted currently? Okay. Okay. A couple of things that they wanted to speak with me. What would happen to me in the next 48 to 72 hours? Hey, Kiki, love. I love that you love me. I love you too. Okay. The list is closed. We've got a waiting list, and we've got a the free list is closed. We've got the waiting list open, and the donation list is open as well. So that's kind of where we're at the minute. We're actually doing pretty good for timing too, actually, considered. Okay, so general read for you, I speak my truth. They were sort of talking to me about some of the setbacks that you kind of went through that kind of left you a little bit pessimistic about some of the things that you actually need to manage. So the way that you are having to prioritize things at the minute is going to cause you to have some blocked energy in certain places. So um, the things that you're not going to be executing on are the things that you're not as comfortable in. So your confidence level needs to be elevated a little bit in some of these things. I'm seeing like two things in particular that you're thinking about doing. But you have a little bit of I'm not going to say it's over excessive, but there's a little bit of negative self-talk there. So your self-critic might be over analytical is probably the best way that I can put that. But they're saying that you're going through a little bit of a turning point in the dynamics of your luck. Your luck is actually sort of changing. What sun sign are you? And tell me the two things so I can maybe unpack that a little bit and we can really dive into some things there. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I'm sure we just had. Sorry. Girl, tell me about it. Like, she, she rips you apart. Okay. I think that's another thing as well. Okay, that was back in February. So that was the charge up that you had. You had a charge up basically from the Leo full moon back in February. And that's when your luck started to sort of like change a little bit. It was shifting from those lower vibrations because you were basically able to release a little bit of some of those thought patterns. But yeah, I got out of a toxic connection where my self-esteem was hurt. Well, that was one of the things that I was seeing. There was a dynamic that they were projecting a lot of like negative self-thought. So a lot of their insecurities were the things that they basically projected at you, to be honest. There were some little truths there. I'm not going to say it was all, you know, lies. But they basically abused information that they used. They weaponized information that they had. Um, thank God indeed, because I can see that that's basically the thing. In particular, some of these dynamics, it makes it a little bit easier. It's hard to basically heal in the place that's making you sick type thing. So the fact that you were able to sort of release yourself from that space and give yourself a fighting chance to actually like move a little bit closer towards your healing. Love that for you. Your luck has changed though, mama. And I love that for you even more so because I don't know that that situation was ever going to heal over time. I think that individual needs their own healing, maybe even an exorcism. Okay. But with the dynamics in the space, I see that there is a couple of things. Like I said, there's a couple of things that you were. Because of the Exorcist comment. Because listen, he was just projecting all of his own insecurities, and there was no accountability ever on anything. So I hate that for you. I'm glad that you're out of that space. Okay, mashallah, that's beautiful. We love that for you here and now. But there's two things that you're dealing with in terms of like the blocked energy moving forward. What's the indecision about these two things? What are they? Let's start there, firstly. And then let's maybe see if we can unpack it quickly. Yeah. Oh. While she types, I'm going to get my snacks ready, guys. Okay. I need to find a new job. I have one currently. Maybe moving on. I'm still moving. Okay. So This is why they were saying that this is about time management for you then. The job situation is about time management. I'm just resting and staying home lately. And I get that because you're having to sort of like prioritize your rest period at the minute, which is cool. This is probably why there's a little bit of blocked energy moving forward. That's just your downtime. It's like, chill. Okay. So what I'd say is managing your time is going to be crucial. So there's a window coming in the next 5 weeks. The work situation, that's on pause. There's an open window coming in about 5 weeks for that situation, where there's a good prospect potentially, because right now you feel stuck in your current situation. There's a good prospect that's likely to sort of come in. As far as something that you actually want to do, something that what's are you actively looking at the minute? Because they're showing me you're not like actively looking. You might look, but you're not obsessive about it. Basically, when I say active, I mean, are you obsessed? About finding the job situation. Sorry, I'm waiting for updates, guys. From my Speak My Truth about the job situation. If they're actively looking, I'm presuming it's a no. Like actively. But that window is going to be opening up in about 5 weeks. I think you also need to be clear about what it is that you want to do as well. Because I think you want a little bit of a change, but you don't want a drastic change in that space. But in about 5 weeks. I don't know if they type. They're typing, guys. Don't worry. My drink's almost finished already. I might have to go and grab something, guys, as well. I don't know if it's just me. No updates? Sorry, I don't know if I'm being impatient. You typed pretty quickly, so I don't know if I'm giving you enough time to basically respond to me. My question was, in terms of the job situation, are you actively looking at the minute? So that I can sort of like advise a little bit further on that. Because that's the thing with general, I have to ask a lot more questions. It's the other way around. Yeah, I got to unpack it basically. Can't see anything. Okay. I'm gonna pull some cards and close out the space for you, because I wanted to basically give you a little bit more insight into the job situation that was coming in, but I don't know, for some reason there's no response since the last 4 minutes. I don't know if I'm being impatient. That's how my little Virgo mind works. I'm constantly like tick 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 onto the next thing. but you were typing pretty quickly previously before, so I don't know if there's a disconnect in the space or something. But that situation is going to be sort of clearing up over the next 5 weeks. There's a opportunity that's going to present itself that's a little bit more aligned to what it is that you are figuring out. That's why I wanted to ask you more questions, because I think there's still some things that needs to get figured out to actually like make that a little bit clearer about what that opportunity is coming forward in the next 5 weeks. But it's cool. We'll just close out and give you some guidance in terms of how to navigate moving forward with that. What's the advice then for I Speak My Truth? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Advice is ask your angels, because you're actually navigating through your yes phase. Things have turned, like I said, for you. You're kind of like going through a recovery period since the Leo full moon. And that's going to keep playing out for you. I think your energy is going to start feeling a little bit more open, basically. It's going to be like a little bit of a process, 7 to 9 weeks. You're going to feel like this energy that you're kind of like carrying, this heaviness that you're carrying, is a little bit lighter, basically, around about that time. Some of those things are actually going to be able to sort of like clear through. Okay. But I hope that that was useful for you. You just kind of left us there. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, man. Okay, so let's dive into some things for who have we got next on the list? Oh, Autumn. Yay. Okay, because I saw you saying here. Okay, let's dive into your stuff. Thank you. Okay, Autumn. We're actually doing pretty good, guys. I don't know if Samara's still up by the time we get around to her, but we're not doing too bad, all things considered. We're like an hour and a half in, and we're on number 6. Oh, there's a list, Kiki. There's a list. Nisha Bell is next. You can get added to the waiting list. Do you want to be added to the waiting list? Yeah. Thank you, Cherry Blossom. We're actually doing pretty good. Me and Samir are in a long distance relationship. Will things get better between us again? Will he love and value and treat me the way he used to? I want to marry him. Oh, that's cute. Let's go and sort of like unpack it and see. I can't tell you, but let's sort of see how the path unfolds. Okay. Autumn and Samir. How do you see things playing out for them moving forward? Okay. Elaborate. Okay. Thank you. Okay. 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 And what's that? Thank you. Okay. So do you see this? Actually, Henry? Okay. Which is what exactly? What do you see playing out? Okay. Okay. Thank you. How long have you guys been together? Sorry. I was like in there just going in with my cards, but I was just getting a little bit of insight for you, beautiful. How long have you guys been together is my question to you. I'm going to unpack to you what I did retrieve. A few months. Okay. So what they're showing me is that as far as how things are going to play out between you guys moving forward, it seems as though things are aligned right now. Yeah, it seems as though things are aligned right now, but it seems like there's going to be like a sudden change basically in terms of the communication dynamic. There's a little bit of indecision going on with the situation. I do think that you guys are going to be able to sort of like continue for the next few months in terms of you guys' dynamics and the situation. After that point, I'm not going to lie to you. It looks like there's a little bit of isolation for both of you guys. It seems like there's a disconnect, a negative. I want to say negative because negative basically means like a takeaway. It's when God's doing clear up and he has to make way for new things. But yeah, it seems like there's a little bit of a takeaway happening in terms of the dynamics with you guys. I think further down the line, from what I can see, it seems as though things does get a little bit challenging for you guys in terms of being able to maintain a certain level of communication. I think he gets a little bit, don't don't want to say frustrated, but a little bit maybe annoyed with the demands. I don't know that I see you guys getting married, beautiful. I see in a few months that there's actually going to be some isolation with the situation. I do see you guys being able to sort of like manage the relationship for the next 6 to 7 months, but after that, it gets a little bit unclear, basically, in terms of like the dynamics. I can have a look and see on the cards. Um, let's have a look, guys. Do we see marriage on the cards with these guys? Hmm. Thank you. I don't see it on the cards. Yeah, another 6 to 7 months. Then it seems like there's something that happens. And 7 months from now, there seems to be like some sort of like disconnect because I see even further distance being brought between you guys to the point where communication is almost non-existent. So marriage, I don't see no. I do think that I'm not going to say that they're selling dreams as far as Samir, but I think that their actions may not necessarily follow through. I think that their actions may not necessarily. I know. I'm sorry too, girl. I'm heartbroken for you, but I think that their actions may not necessarily follow through. I think that yeah, the situation runs its course for as long as it can do, for the most part. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna sort of pull some cards to see, can things change. I think it depends on. I speak my truth. You are funny. I'm sorry, beautiful. We actually went on to autumn. I was literally trying to unpack that for you as well. But basically, there's a job situation coming within the next 5 weeks. I wanted to unpack it with you to get a little bit more of an understanding because I think you still need to get a little bit of clarity around the job situation. But yeah, the phone call was probably not the best time. We've actually moved on, but we did finish up the read for you. I did get some guidance on the situation. Um, and yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, maybe next time again. But yes, autumn. I think it depends on the communication. He's from another country. Can I ask, will he get a visa for Germany or not? I can have a look to see those factors for you. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay, beautiful. I really did want to sort of like, sorry, Autumn. I'm just speaking with, I speak my truth. I wanted to get a little bit more clarity because I think there needed to be some more clarity for you on the job situation. But yeah, at least we've got a timeline, girl. Okay, it's a good start. Do you see them, Samir, getting a visa sorted? Okay. No. From what I can see with the situation, seems as though it doesn't actually fall into place either. Yeah, it seems as though that doesn't fall into place either. What's the dynamic with their family? Because I can see that even with that sorry, I'm like sorting myself out. Sorry, babe. I feel like I'm just the bearer of bad news for you today. But you know I'm always going to be honest with you. I'm not really the type of reader that tells people what they want to hear. I have to tell them what my guides are giving me as is. So I'm sorry that I didn't have more positive news for you. He's waiting for a visa for Germany. Okay, yeah. From what I can see with the situation, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's going to materialize as a yes. Maybe there are things that he needs to do to strengthen his case as well. With that. So you guys might want to go back to the drawing board to see if there's anything else that can be done with the dynamics. But that might be some of the things that sort of like causes a strain on the relationship. Yeah, because I see that it becomes a little bit of a challenge basically for you guys. How long have they been waiting for the visa response as well? You can donate for more questions. Awesome. How long have they been waiting for the visa situation to sort of clear? Waiting for 2 months. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still seeing a no on that situation, unfortunately. Um, that's probably some of the challenges that you guys are going to go. Um, it's actually it's in the, what's it called? It's in the chat, I think, as well. Yeah, you guys are dealing with, yeah, you guys are dealing with a fair bit of disappointments sort of coming up as well. That's probably the relationship takes a few hits and the maintaining it with the distance becomes even more of a challenge as well for you guys. I think that's the paper. Sorry. I'm going to check it out myself actually, just to make sure I've got the details right. Okay. I can't find the paper. Don't worry. I'm trying to go to my thingy myself as well and see if I can find it and pop it in a message. There we go. That's my PayPal. So if you go to PayPal, um, that's it there. But yeah, beautiful. It seems like you guys have got quite a few odds against you guys with the dynamics. And I think that the loneliness is the thing that may actually kind of like, when the spark just fizzles. Yeah, I think that the loneliness is the thing that like depletes the flame for you guys, unfortunately. So, yeah. Mm. Okay. Yeah. I kept trying to like ask the cards again to see if I can get like definitive, and it's pretty clear in terms of the situation. Maybe you guys might have to reapply. Maybe it might be a situation like that. Yeah. Sorry. I feel like I'm coming as the bearer of bad news. But yeah. It seems like things take a turning point 7 months in. It's all good, beautiful. It's all good. Thank you. Let me see if I can get some guidance for you. What's the guidance for autumn in navigating the situation? It's okay. I'm gonna check out the guidance. Okay. Okay. So the communication for the most part is actually going to sort of get back to normal, because that was a part of your question as well. The communication is going to get back to normal probably in about another 3 to 3.5 weeks. But you guys have things that you kind of have to deal with after that fact as well. Okay. I hope that that was useful for you there. Hey, Rabon. The free list is closed. Unfortunately, we've actually even got a whole waiting list going. And that's going to be dependent on how quick I can get through these readings and how I'm feeling after I finish reading the free list, which will determine whether or not those on the waiting list actually get read. But the waiting list, if you're here, if somebody misses their spot as well, that's an opportunity. No, that's okay. That's okay. No need to apologize. You're good. Just wanted to give you a heads up, just because we have like a whole politics in here. But you can be added to the waiting list, and if somebody misses their spot, you can take their opportunity, I guess. They just freed it up for you. Okay. Let's see, who have we got next on the list at the minute? This is where we are. So Nisha Bell. Are you here, Nisha? Let's see. Oh, Nisha is here. Nisha was steady, ready, typing her question. Thank you. Got it, Mama. Interesting one. Okay, let's get into it. So, guys, are you quite soft-spoken, Nisha? Just a question. Tanmay, hey, thank you for the sub. Love that. Welcome to the family. You can be added to the waiting list. We'll see. Depends on if somebody misses their opportunity. If they're not here when it's time for their read. Hey. Okay. Nisha. Oh, your question was what? Okay. My question to you is, are you soft spoken? Because the first thing that they said is that you need to get some tone in your voice. So I want to understand that. That's why I asked. Um, we're gonna continue to unpack. um, Nisha. She set boundaries at work. There's still a little bit of displaced energy. She's not a pushover. Why is she still getting that energy? Okay. 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 Ouch. Elaborate. Okay. Hmm. Talk to me. Okay. Okay. I raise my voice when I have to do it. No, you're good. You're good. It's not about raising your voice, it's a bass. It's a bass. It's not about decibels or pitch. It's a, you know. But for the most part, and the reason why I say that is because even as I was pulling cards as well, they were saying, yeah, but the bark is worse than the bite. So it doesn't move anybody type dynamics. For lack of a better way of putting it, I don't know that they take you too seriously in that regards. I think some of the dynamics that you're dealing with is a little bit to do with some of how they actually deal with people. Some of it. Also for yourself, what they are sort of like putting across as well. Um, with the, because they said with the dynamic, what's going on is you're kind of breaking free from some of your own mental challenges, and this dynamic that you're sort of navigating through with them, basically, um, you know, how can I put it? They're kind of like challenging you. They keep challenging you. And it gives you an opportunity to basically use your big girl voice to speak up and speak out. So in most cases, those dynamics are the universe basically challenging some of the things that you are proclaiming to want to break free from, some of the things that you want to be able to be done with, some of the things that you felt was sort of blocking your energy to be able to do things how you need to do it. So some of these dynamics, I think there's, how many people are there? Because I'm seeing three. I'm seeing 3 in particular. I'm Virgo Sun, Cancer rising. Okay. Okay. How many people? Just so I can again continue to unpack and put it into context. No, how many people are you navigating through this dynamic with? Most of them. Well, I'm seeing 3 people in particular that you can actually sort of like get a shift with they are okay. So in every setting, there are prominent I don't want to say the word vibrators, but there are people that hold a prominent vibration in the space, and there are 3 people in particular that you can actually be very clear with. And the situation doesn't change overnight. I'm not going to say that it changes overnight, but you can see some changes within the next 3 to 4 months approaching these 3 people. So, sorry, I'm trying to get a little bit of clarity on the 3. So I'm like, okay, what does she do with that information? And who's the 3? But they're like, she'll know who they are. So within the next 5 days, the 3 people basically, within the next 5 days, the 3 people are going to basically reveal themselves. There'll be challenges that shows up, and depending on how you vocalize. So basically, when you're speaking, they're not computing, it's not registering. Some of these people, they're just like that, period. But there's 3 people that are in the space that are susceptible to change because they actually have a capacity to care about somebody outside of themselves. Go figures. Okay, those 3 people will be able to sort of reveal themselves over the course of the next 5 days in the working space, and then you can utilize that dynamic to shift the vibration slowly but surely in the space as well. I think it's going to take you like a good 9 months to actually like birth this next variant of how you're experiencing the workspace. But I think it's doable because what they were saying is the process is happening. A part of it is that you also have to be patient with the process because it's not necessarily just yourself basically navigating in the dynamic, and some of the things that you're concerned about aren't necessarily you. It's just the way that other people are, their tendency to be nonchalant and quite frankly not care about anybody but themselves. So when you're putting certain things across, it's just kind of like going over their head type dynamic. So there are 3 people that will kind of like help you to shift the vibration in that space as you kind of navigate the dynamics over the next few months. You'll be able to kind of shift that. Yeah, I can tell, girl. I can tell because there are, yeah, I can tell. Okay, don't worry about that part. But yeah. Let's see. What's the guidance then for our girl Nisha in navigating through the toxicity, guys? What is the guidance, Nisha? Okay. Sometimes there is no peaceful resolution, Nisha, is what they're saying. You're going to get an unlikely air that you're sort of navigating. It's kind of like when the universe gives you like red light and amber zones in the universe. It's not like a go, basically. It's a path of some resistance. So challenges are going to come. And they're saying you're just kind of like navigating that path as you're navigating this space with these people. And I'm working on changing the place. I think that might be the change that comes potentially in the 9 months, to be fair, because it seems like there's a whole process that's going to be taking place with that dynamic over the course of the next 9 months. So, yeah, I guess keep me posted on that situation. Yeah. But for the most part, the guidance view on that is that there's an unlikely air when it comes to that dynamic. So it's a little bit of a red light, green, red light, amber light zone. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I hope that that was useful for you, though. Yeah. Those three people will actually make the space feel a little bit better. Yeah. It's not going to take all the heaviness away, but it'll feel a little bit more like you can cope for the most part being in the space. Hope that that was useful for you, Nisha. It's a struggle, I'm not going to lie. But like you said, you're vocal and you express yourself. So that's what these challenges are. Your speak up, speak out moments. Yeah? You'll be fine. It is a little bit unnerving, like dealing with the levels of toxicity, but you'll be fine. Ouch. That's all good, Mama. That's all good. Thank you. I haven't seen S in a minute. I don't know if that Smara is even still here, to be fair. Cherry, it's your go. Oh, you are? Okay. No, you just hate that one. You think, I'm so tired, but the sleep is so elusive at the same time. It's like, how do you do that? Okay, guys, we're not doing too bad. We might actually be able to get through more people, actually. Okay. Okay. What's going on with Cherry's hands, I should say. Okay. Elaborate. Thank you. Um, okay. You need a lymph drain, Cherry. I put an alarm, but I didn't sleep. Just yoga and waiting. You're always snacking together, okay? Okay. So, Cherry, your situation is something to do with the lymphatic system. You kind of need a little bit of a flush there. The tightening that you're getting, basically, it's kind of like tension with the energy that's moving through into your hands, from what I can see right now as well. Emotionally, it seems as though, how can I put it? Right now, it seems as though there's a lot going on emotionally as well. So the weight of some of those things is also actually having a little bit of an impact. I would say, because you mentioned they're swollen as well, I'd say liver detox and a lymphatic cleanse. It's so funny that you guys are bringing like the health questions into this space. And it's always so interesting to sort of like see, but genuinely, from what I could see with the situation, yeah, you need a flush of the lymph nodes and the liver. Yeah, those are the things that is causing the swelling. And also you might need to adjust your diet a little bit as well. Yeah, you might need to adjust your diet as well a little bit more. You have to get into a regular flush with the lymphatic system. Um, how old are you, Cherry? If you don't mind me asking. Okay, so with the liver, you can do liver detox. Okay, sorry. That's all good. That's all good. I figured that's why I was trying to sort of take it into consideration to figure out how to basically navigate that situation. Okay. So I'm going to sort of like have a look for some, you can do a lymph massage with the liver cleanse as well. For that part, you can also make sure that you're exercising regularly as well. The reason why I'm saying that, basically, there's a lot of stored energy that also still needs to sort of be released. Basically, that's a lot of what's backed up. Usually when these things start to sort of flare up and show up as well, that's like when the human's letting us know, I'm kind of like, I'm backed up, I've had enough, I can't hold anymore. Okay, the file is full. So that's kind of what that is. And also the lymphatic massage, you can YouTube on that situation. There's certain herbs as well that you can utilize for a liver cleanse. You can even get a liver detox teas as well, just to sort of just give you a little bit of a clear out as well. And then also you've got to manage your diet differently as well. Definitely got to manage your diet different. That's why I asked about the age situation, because they mentioned that one to me, and I'm like, okay, that usually comes up when we're at a certain age, which means like our body doesn't regulate the way that it does at other stages of life, basically. Um, so yeah, lymphatic massage, and I'm going to, yes, definitely, definitely, because there's certain foods that you can eat as well that actually like helps to fortify the liver in particular. The swelling situations to do with the liver, the actual like pain is to do with the lymphatic system. Okay. Um, lymph cleanse, lymph cleanse. Once you get yourself, your lymphatic system cleared out a little bit, that's going to be able to sort of like help with some of the dynamics. And also, if you mentioned that your joints are, so I don't know if you work with crystals as well, but selenite crystals are really great for like pain in general, like great like massage. It draws tension as well from the body. I literally, I keep my little selenite wand right here. Okay, when I get back from gym and I'm having to, but it literally draws the energy, like the tension. And if you want as well, you can utilize some anointed olive oil as well on the wand to again draw out some of the negative. Our body stores things, guys, in cupboards, basically. Awesome. Okay, well, utilize your selenite crystal as well. Okay, and drawing some of the energy, you can utilize some anointed olive oil. Anointing, you just pray over that bad boy, okay, or girl. I'm not biased on what your oil decides to call itself. But yeah, you just pray over it and anoint it, and make it very clear as well about what your intentions are in terms of what you're using it for, and also just utilize it to be able to sort of like draw through some of the energies. Definitely do the lymph massage, because you need some clearing in terms of the meridian channels. That's what that's for, because there's a a backup in your meridian channel as well. So the lymph nodes is what carries that energy, basically. Yeah. Okay, Mama. I hope that that was useful for you, though, because there was a lot in there. Okay. Thank you for the question as well. And thank you for stopping in again tonight. You're getting into crystals. Listen, they are useful. Okay. Like that. And also, you know, depending on what level you're looking to work at something, some crystals are better than others. Okay. If I want to get like real growth, I utilize some amethyst, but it's like, am I really ready? I have to make sure I'm ready. But yeah, otherwise I utilize like softer crystals like a rose quartz or a green aventurine. Sodalite's really nice as well. Those are more comforting crystals. Like at least a level like 1.8, not even a level 2, you know? But yeah, all good, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. As far as that girl, my question is a continuation from yesterday. Can we see the space between me and my future Evie, hubby, ex, new, younger, older meeting place? Anything that pops up to help me in having discernment, that part, actually. Okay. And then, guys, just so you guys, sorry, let me just make sure that I saw this button here. Just so you guys know where we are on the list, I'm just going to do a quick rota call as well. Dang. Do I not have an updated list? My bad. I have to go. You don't have to do my reading. Okay, that's okay, Kiki. Sorry, my love. I'm sorry that we weren't able to sort of like get you on tonight. But thank you for your time. Maybe tune in next week. We're going to be back in here. And you can actually get onto the list as opposed to the waiting list. Let me start this one. Okay. Who's still in the room? Question. Who's still in the room? Let me get it here. We're going to do a rota call. Bye, Kiki. Okay. 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 We may actually be able, I know that you're sort of heading out, Kiki. If you want to cut, if you do have the capacity to come back in, maybe come and check back in and see where we are. Because it seems like the rest of the people that are on the list is here and the waiting list doesn't seem to be here. So you might actually be able to just come and get like a quick read. Let's see how quick we can actually get through the rest of these guys that are on the list. We've just got Smara, who I'm reading for at the minute, Ari, and Certified Princess. And then it would be you, Kiki. Because nobody else is here. Okay? If you want to pop out and pop back in, feel free to do so. Yeah. Feel free to pop back in. No pressure to sort of, okay, cool. Cool. And that's kind of like where we are with the list as well, guys. That's it. We've just got Ari, Certified Princess, and then we have Kiki. Damn, Ari. I'm going to have to star. Because I see you were like chatting away. But I'm going to get into Smara's question first. Okay, so let me find back your question, Smara. There we go. I'm sure I'm gonna listen. I say that to my own guides. Okay. No. I hadn't already done her. I was busy snacking and doing a rota call. You're good, girl. I figured. That's why I was like, okay, cool. Let me get into Smara because I see we're about to unpack some stuff with Ari. Don't worry, I got you next. Okay. Continuation from yesterday. Can we see the space between me and my future hubby? Smara wants to know a little bit more about that dynamic. Okay, dear hubby, what can you guys tell us about that space, guys? Thank you. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. What else? I love when you guys do that. That's so cute. Okay. Okay. What else in terms of the age dynamic? What do you see in that regards? Okay, I like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Cherry. Oh, what did you say? You guys are busy, like anything that can help me to choose him or see him, to have discernment towards him, actually, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite confused. No, and I get you on that. I get you on that. Okay, so interestingly enough, one of the things, one of the first things that I'm actually sort of seeing with the situation, um, he is older. And I mean, not even just a situation of like older here. He's older, sort of like from what I'm seeing, because you're quite mature as well. It's interesting. He's quite youthful, but he is sort of like in his early 40s, I want to say, early 40s. Um, by the time you guys marry, it's sort of like mid 40s. He's definitely somebody that likes to sort of like plan. He's not really the type of person that wants to just kind of like wing it type thing. He's very much like an organizer himself. It's important for him to have his own life organized. Um, you bring him out of his shell as well. Um, it's interesting. What I can see in the space is, for the most part, like he, girl, I don't like, and I know you don't. That's precisely it. It's gonna actually take a minute to sort of like get to that situation, as it were, anyways, to be honest with you, because of that particular dynamic. Unfortunately, some of these guys are still growing up, so he's already done a lot of his own growing in terms of the dynamics for himself. Like I said, he's kind of like got his own stuff together. This situation isn't like a yeah, it's kind of like a good couple of years with this dynamic. I think again, because okay, because of the same dynamic there, unfortunately. He's quite youthful. I think what you're looking for in terms of like the maturity, you're gonna find in that demographic. But it takes you a while to actually accept that part. Because it takes a while with this situation for you guys in terms of like actually meeting and coming together. Um, yeah, this isn't a now thing. I think there's still a few lessons, unfortunately, that are actually sort of being put across. No, I don't. No, I don't. It's not because of G. I think in general, you actually like a youthful personality, but you also like maturity. And it's hard to find that in the younger demographic, unfortunately, of men. Their wiring is just different and their development's a little bit delayed emotionally. So that maturity that you're looking for as well is a little bit challenging. You would have to broaden um, and expand on your current location, basically, to find what it is that you're looking for in that regards. But that's why I say all of that. Yeah, definitely a protector. Um, Loves to have just like silly conversations about nothing. And I have to say about nothing because it's like you both forget what it is that you guys were talking about by the end of it, but that's funny to you guys as well. So um, he's somebody that you'll be able to sort of have fun with, for the most part. Not the how can I put it? I'm not gonna say not fun in the traditional sense because that's there too, but just like quirky fun. Because it seems like you guys kind of like get each other's weird as well, which is interesting. Um, yeah. And he had a life shift basically that occurred for him around about 36. Um, Yeah, he had a life shift that occurred around about 36, which is why he's kind of uh, on the path that he's on now, because it took him a minute to wake up, I guess. Um, but it does take you guys a good couple of years. I want to say maybe even 2.5 years before there's an actual meeting point on this situation. Yeah, girl. Divorced? No, he's never been married. Never been married, was in a long-term relationship, like a significant long-term relationship. He's had a couple of long-term relationships, at least four good long-term relationships. Um, but there's one significant one, which was the longest, basically. And that was kind of like his training. And I think after the third relationship, he took some time, and that's when the shift started to occur. And in his last relationship, he realized that he went for what he was used to. Um, and then he decides to do differently, basically, because he got the same outcome as before. So when he decides to do differently, that's where he gets to see our girl Smara, interestingly enough. Yeah. Both of you guys have good chat with each other for the most part, from what I can see. Yeah, both of you guys have good chat. How tall do you like them? How tall do you like them? Let me ask you. No, I think that there's one in there. Kids, plural, yes. Kid, potentially. high potential. Um, sorry, it's that time of night for me as well. What height do you like them? Because I'm hearing I know height. What's the height? 175. Okay, what's 175? Okay, okay. A reason why I asked about height is because I'm seeing between 5'10" to 5'11 and a half, basically. Okay, what's 175? Let me have a look. Centimeters is different. For myself. Okay, at least 5'8". Okay, I get you, girl. Well, uh, that's cool. He's about 5'10", 5'11 and a half on a good day. On a good day, whatever that means. But yeah, I think with the dynamics with you, because you like certain things and you want certain things. What does it mean? Height or weight? Oh, 175 is 5'8". No, he's not fat at all. He's not fat at all. He actually likes to do a lot of like healthy stuff. I'm not gonna say he's like heavily outdoors, but he likes to run. He does like to, not every day, but he does fit some time in to run. So he's quite fit. His body's really good. So the he's actually going to change your perception on the older guy thing, actually. And kudos to him. Yeah, he does that. Because he's very much like young spirited. Um, I think he's just been like focused, I guess. He's giving me heavy Aquarius vibes. Definitely giving me heavy Aquarius vibes. And maybe with some Leo energy in there as well. Potentially Leo moon. Yeah. Not fat at all. He's actually got a really good okay. Well, he's definitely giving me Aquarius vibes, girl. Just in terms of like he intellectualizes a lot of the dynamics of doing life stuff. Um, so you guys might actually get each other in that regards, to be fair. That might be where you guys bond. I think it's one of those slow burners for you as well. I think he grows on you unexpectedly. I think that there's an attraction initially, um, but you can't put your finger on it because, again, there's the thought that you're not attracted to older men like that. But he's the anomaly. He's the anomaly. Yeah, yeah. This is gonna take a little bit of developing, beautiful. But yeah, nice enough guy, very respectful with family. Um, like I said, by the time the dynamics plays itself out, there may be room for one child, not kids per se. But that works. I think he always only wanted one, to be honest, just to have the experience. So I guess that part of the situation landed in his favor. Um, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. You guys seem to complement each other well, to be fair. Yeah. Some of the things that like you would naturally worry on doesn't seem to be the dynamic in the space in the same way. So I think those are, yeah, some of the things that you get to relieve yourself from when it comes to him, actually. Yeah. He's actually a pretty safe place after everything. I think, yeah. Oh. It seems that I won't even see him, but I can't. I really don't like older men. I know. That's why I said. That's why I said it's gonna take a good couple of years. Definitely not this Mara. She definitely can't see him. But it's something. I think for the most part, it's something that actually catches you off guard. Yeah. I think what it is that you're asking for and praying for, you keep looking in quote unquote the wrong pool because that's how they're putting it across to me. Um, it's just not. It's not feasible in that pool of men. Uh, but it's going to take you a good couple of years to figure some of the dynamics out. The husband is already meant to be. Yeah, yeah. I think that it's or any or may change the person. No, because I think that you guys actually have a destiny timeline of a child who's chosen both of your genetic sequence to basically manifest through both of you guys because they need a certain path basically, and they need a certain genetic sequence, a certain genetic blueprint to be able to execute on that path. Um, so yeah, don't worry. Smara can grow and mature too. And trust me, he literally, um, yeah, he blows some of your preconceived notions on an older dynamic out the waters once you guys are able to sort of like really get to know each other. But yeah, it's definitely like a slow creeper because I think straight off the bat he's kind of like shut down. But for some reason, the universe kind of like has him show up for a few things. I don't know what the dynamic is. It may be like a mutual connection between you two that actually allows for it to be like, I don't want to say forced, but like meeting the meeting situation seems like a mutual connection of some sort. Somebody. So because of the child will be that person. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because there's a certain dynamic, basically. Um, yeah, the child wants to be able to play out. And he's not really the type, like, he didn't see his life as marriage, um, as like children outside of marriage. So that's not really a path that he's looking to take for sure. Mm. But yeah, as younger men usually don't want to commit. Usually they don't have to because they feel like they're young. So that's what that comes down to. But yeah, girl, I like the question. I'm sorry I didn't have the answer that you were looking for, I guess, in terms of your expectations on that dynamic. But that's just kind of what they presented with the situation. In age, I think he's gonna. I'm good, Neon. I think he's going to. How are you doing? I think he's going to show you that age. Do you know him? I don't think so. I think he's a mutual connection. Like he's somebody that you meet through a mutual connection. I don't think you guys have met yet. I think he's smitten with you once you guys meet. So no, you guys haven't met yet. But I think he's naturally the one that's actually manifesting you because I think you're like cooties. But as time goes on, that actually like softens basically because it seems like there's a mutual connection that forces you guys to spend more time in each other's space basically. There's a situation. The universe is conspiring, beautiful. You're funny. You're funny. No, I know. I know. Don't worry, girl. Even when they said it to me, I was like, you sure? Like, once you guys hear me talk out here, this is like half the dialogue. Half the time I'm in my mind having whole conversations with them whilst I'm out here talking to you guys. But yeah, that's just the dynamic, basically. It's just a dynamic. You want a certain tone of life, and he gives you that. He actually gives you that. Um, don't worry, it's all right. He chooses you. He chooses you, and he lets it be known that he chooses you. And I think, yeah, his relentlessness is probably the thing that kind of holds you guys together initially until you can gain an appreciation for him. But yeah. Ah, dang. There's a little bit of a timeline off on this one. Good couple of years. But yeah, I hope that that was useful for you, girl, because yeah, I'm seeing that there's lots going on with the situation as well. Because you're basically cleaning up, like going back into that pattern period, basically. So it does take a while. Oh, I'm gonna get into my outrageous bar. It's that all good, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for staying up. I hope the yoga was good, okay? Okay. Ah, that's what's up. I love that for you, Neon. Okay. That's what's up. Love that. Hey, Kiki. We've actually moved on to Ari. So we're going to do Ari's reading, and then we've got Certified Princess and your last on the list. Yeah? But thanks for letting us know that you're back. Feel free to pop out and pop back in if you need to as well. Okay, so Ari, I think you popped your question. Yeah, after almost a whole year, finally got one. No, you got the one. Okay, the one that was waiting for you for like a year to be available for it. You guys were waiting for each other. Right timing. Okay, why has it been? Okay, sorry. I'm going for your question, Ari. I'm gonna star it. Why has it been such a struggle for you to find both a guy that's cute to me, wants a relationship, single, and likes me as well? Well, that's several factors, babe. Oh, but we're gonna unpack it. Mm-hmm. Divine timing indeed. Mm-hmm. Why has it been? Ari wants to know, guys. Why has it been such a struggle for her to find a guy that's attractive and also open to committing, who's single and has the same attraction as well? Yumi, I didn't realize that you were still here. It's actually an outrageous bar. I'm full on here snacking. Listen, y'all. It's either they're cute and single, they don't want. I didn't realize that you were here. Thank you. Thank you, Yumi. I might actually be able to sort of like do a little something for you as well. Because when we called the rota previously, you didn't, let us know that you were here. But we'll see. I think we've just got Certified Princess and then Kiki um, down. I think you came in before Kiki as well, actually, Yumi, but you didn't. Yeah, we called the rota man. The politics be weird. But we'll see. I've got Certified Princess next, and then there's just you and Kiki. Yeah. Ari said, it's either they're cute and single, they don't want a relationship. If they want a relationship, are single and likes me, they aren't cute to me. I like the way that you said that at the end. Okay. No, I did a rota call basically. I did a rota call to say, hey, who's still here? Because we were basically just kind of like updating the list at the time. Um, but yeah, new to the space, those are some of our procedures basically. Once we get down to like more than half the list, we got to do an update because some people check out, okay? Rightfully so too, because it takes a minute. It's as if the minute a cute guy is single and looking for a relationship, he's immediately off the market, or these guys are willing to commit to a certain kind of girl, but not me. Like they literally get a girlfriend the minute they are single. I hear you, Ari. I do hear you because I know that you've been out here like being proactive about the dating situation um, for a minute. For a minute. So let's go and dive into it. Guys, why is it such a struggle for a girl, Ari? Fact is, she's outlined. You know what they are. We've been speaking about these things for a good little while. Thank you. Okay. 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 Elaborate. Okay. Okay. Hey, NC, did you see my reading last night? I actually put it in the chat as well. I am taking donations. We do have a couple of people on the list. I think there's Yumi, certified princess, Yumi, and Kiki on the list. Okay, good. We weren't able to unpack it like we would do, but you know how it is. um, okay. And I clocked at the end as well when you was like, sorry, sidebar, Ari. I was like, Charles. I was like, listen, you'd be surprised how many Charles there is coming into this space. But when I went back, I was like, oh dang, I see you, girl. I clocked. So yeah, I finally got onto the same page. Beautiful. Okay. Listen, Charles is okay, are notorious in these streets as well for issues. Okay. You're the only one struggling with the Charles. I don't know what's wrong. There must be something in the water. But yes, Ari. So, a couple of things that they're saying to me with the situation. The dynamics. I know you spoke about. So, one of the aspects as well, why you're sort of like navigating through the situation is your tendency to also be bored easily by certain things. So, the type that you have, because you're bored easily, they also have a short attention span and they're pretty shallow, babe. They're pretty shallow. So there isn't really much depth. They have a lot of blocked or suppressed emotions that they don't generally tend to process. So I don't know if I would say I'm bored easily with men. Well, that's what they're saying. Um, Personality, if the personality doesn't mesh with yours, you're over it. It's kind of just what it is. Um, so when they're referring to the boredom, that's kind of what they're speaking about. And with that dynamic, um, so okay, I'll put it to you like this: like a girlfriend is going to, hey, I might not be interested in boxing, like that's not my interest, but I'll be okay to kind of like watch a fight with you, get a understanding of who your favorite fighter is. You kind of have to take interest basically in that individual's interests. And some of those things that they may be interested in may not actually excite you much. So that's what I mean. Um, which then makes it a challenge for them to want to invest more into the space. Um, it's a challenge to kind of like get to that girlfriend stage as well, dealing with some of those dynamics. I think they sort of like question, oh, sorry, I have to manage my charge situation because I want to make sure that my charger stays lit. But yeah, they're saying with the dynamics, it's just about finding, I guess, the right community to be able to find what it is that you are looking for. Um, some of the guys, some of the guys, like you said as well, may not be attractive to you, which is also another aspect of the situation where some of them you're in isolation, I guess, because some of the options that were presented may not necessarily be to your attraction scale, right? And because of that, I guess you're experiencing a little bit of Singleville because they are the ones that are available and they're actually the ones that may be willing to commit, basically, or at least attempt to. Okay, because yeah, today's relationships are a little bit of a joke, to be honest. But yeah, those are some of the main factors in the dynamics. I think, true, I'm hoping that someday I'll find a cute guy that also likes me, cute to me. No, and I get you, girl. I do get you. I do get you. I think why you're dealing with the same outcome as well is again some of the factors that we spoke about, being in a particular location, having access to a certain demographic, and I think as well, I'm going to say this to you as well. The new way of dating for young men as well is casual dating. I can't say new way because it's kind of low key been the old way, but now they're out here proclaiming it. Okay. Um, so it gets a little bit tricky that when you're sort of like dealing with that type of dynamic. Um, but yeah. Well, the guy doesn't have to be real cute, but at least somewhat. No, and I hear you, girl. I hear you. He's gotta like, yeah, make you feel like you're being called, like you're being called, okay? Like you can't focus because he's so hot. He's throwing you off, okay? To you. So I get you on that. But yeah, they said those are some of the aspects that you're dealing with. Um, yeah, that's the why dynamic on the situation. Let's see what the advice is for you in navigating. What do you guys advise for my girl Ari in navigating, guys? Okay. Oh, okay. That's where we are. Okay. Okay, so okay. Well, their advice on the situation is there isn't really much change or turnaround. As long as you're based in the same sort of like vicinity and location, you're going to experience a lot more of the same thing, basically. Okay, maybe I have a tendency to be bored easily. Yeah, I know how some people say that physical attraction can grow, but for me, I don't believe in it. At least not happen to me. No, and I hear you on that. I hear you on that. And this is why I was saying to you, and I say that because I just don't have the patience to wait for a guy to become a cutie to me. It's the things that he does that becomes cute, babe. It's the things, okay? Um, but yeah, it's all good. I think with that dynamic, so you're dealing with some of that energy basically being matched externally. So they're quite discriminatory because you're also discriminatory in terms of what it is that you want in that dynamic. And they themselves as well, like for the most part, like their stuff is just shallow as far as like their feedback. So at least you have, I guess, some level of substance to what it is that you're sort of putting across in terms of what your standards are. But that energy is definitely being reciprocated by the universe, mama. So different vicinity, location wise, you might be open to a bigger pool. The chances increases by around about 28 to 35% more in a different location. Okay. At least I try to get to know those guys that I'm not interested in. Exactly. To kind of like realize that you're not. Yeah, I know. I know. But they said there's no change coming, girl. Definitely not within the next couple of months at least. But yeah, I hope that that was useful for you, Mama. Okay. Those guys hardly try to get to know me. Well, oh no, I get you, beautiful. I get you there. I get you there for sure. I don't know how long I can wait. Oh, I go with you. Okay. 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 Here we are. Guys, I really want to be brewed up already and go on cute dates and stuff. Um, okay. Okay. So, are you willing to do a little bit of distance in the relationship? Like, would you be open to a long distance relationship? Oh, girl, I hear you on the singlehood. Okay. I hear you. Would you be open to long distance? Because that might be one option. Yeah, I am, but it's not ideal. Okay. Well, there's a bigger pool of what it is that you're looking for. Um, within a 30 to 45 miles radius. I really wish that person can just be right around the corner. Yeah, well, unfortunately, the vibration right around the corner is a little shallow, babe. There's not much depth to the vibration right around the corner. So it's a challenge to materialize. Sorry, I'm going to check to confirm. So, certified princess, are you still here? Long distance, I truly hate it. Oh, you seem like you got some long distance trauma. Okay, we do have a donation sent by NC. It's been confirmed. Okay, and it's a long ass question. Um, what's your question, certified princess? Because you kind of got a little bit of a read last night as well. I might actually see about all my friends complain from long distance. Trust me, it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, but it's kind of like a training camp, if you will. Okay, NC, give me 2 seconds to answer this question, and I'm gonna come back because I can't even type this ish myself. But if you can give me some guidance with the typing, because I'm gonna have to have my phone right here. So I'm like, how do I ask this question? How do I decipher? It's a lot. But yeah, okay, you're good. You're good. No, I can't type it. I can't type it. Okay, it's a lot. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna come back to it. And then Yumi, um, I'll come back to you after I do certified princess. Okay. Um, I know that's why I'm saying like the long distance situation. Um, there'll be opportunities to do meetups. Basically, it'll give you the whole like brewed up experiences, and also it helps to combat the getting bored easily situation. So there's always like a yearning for that person, basically. Okay. And I believe you on that one. That's why I'm saying as there might be like a wider proximity within about 30 to 45 miles radius. So it's not going to be like super, super long distance, but I mean some distance, okay? Okay, so let me just do certified's question, and then I'm going to get back into... Sorry, I'm going to have a bite of my chocolate bar. What will be the outcome of the law program certified princess applied for? Oh, well done, Mama. Oh, what will be the outcome for certified princess law program? Oh, thank you. Not the one. Not the one, beautiful. The competition is pretty strong in that space. And it seems as though, from what I can also see with the situation, there's a little bit of insecurity that's actually causing you to vibrate lower than the timeline. So I don't know that you make it onto the timeline, basically, of that intent, but keep looking. And that was a good start as well. Don't let that deter you. Okay. And also, let's put some respect on your name as well. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. What's the guidance in that case for certified princess in navigating through the situation? Okay. What's happening? Okay. And what happens then? Okay. 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 They said give it a few weeks and the situation is going to sort of like shift. About 3 to 4 weeks potentially in terms of the dynamics for you when it comes to this one. there might be something that's a little bit more aligned community wise as well, in terms of what it is that you're looking for. The perfect opportunity shall present itself. Give it about 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, it's going to come in from environment, I guess, that you're comfortable with being in. Yeah, I hope that that was useful for you, but definitely keep us posted on the process. Okay, Mama. All good, beautiful. All good, thank you. I think you might be taken aback by the community in that one, which is why they're kind of like covering you from that. Okay, we're gonna read for NC, and then I'm gonna get back to Yumi and Kiki. NC's question is definitely questioning. So Mr. has 2 Facebook pages and one he don't really use. Last year, I had him delete 3 women off the active page, but they stayed on the non-active page. I believe one, who was the ex, deleted herself when he didn't say hello back on his post. The girl R posted on his page today, well, what's up? And I noticed he deleted that comment. Now I know they messed around before because he told me she had inboxed when we first got together, trying to get back in, and he shut her down, letting her know we're together now. Okay. Who he said they're just cool, but I had him delete her on the active page. She commented hello with an emoji and he replied back. Should I be worried about something fishy going on, or am I just doing too much? Please use initials and you don't have to post all this long mess. I will know you talking to me, okay? Hey, Mina girl, how are you doing, Mama? I see you managed to find yourself into the space. Oh, let me take this off the screen. I'm going to do this read, and I'm actually going to. Are you here, NC? I don't know if you've kind of like come back to this space. Yeah, no, that's all good. It's all good, beautiful. I appreciate you. Thanks for even stopping in. I appreciate you even giving us a little howdy do. NC, are you back? Okay, good. Because I want to be able to unpack this for you, and I need to be able to sort of like ask questions because there's a lot to unpack here. Okay, so I'm going to read about what's going on with R first, with Mr. What's R's intentions towards Mr. firstly for NC? Okay. 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 She definitely is basically just waiting in the sidelines, waiting to be picked. Okay. She's kind of sitting around waiting for her next opportunity, basically. She's just wearing a mask for now. Because yeah, there's definitely personal feelings invested there. What do you see going on in the undertone between Mr. and R presently? Okay, 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 okay. And what's his intentions on the situation? Okay. Okay, he is finished. Okay. He doesn't want anything to do with that situation. He's not really trying to get himself into any, I guess, I think he knows full well what her intentions are as well, which is why it seems like he's basically not feeding into it too much. It seems as though, sorry, I'm going to ask another question. It seems as though that's more her giving the energy out there. He's not necessarily reciprocating as such. But I do want to get an understanding what's his intentions towards R. He's left that in the past for the most part. Oh, and his focus right now is basically just like focused on his relationship, his finances and career is really his focus. I know we've seen her, and he told her, "You're not going to speak to my woman." Her face was priceless. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. 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 Was she quite selfish when they sort of like were together? I have to clarify that dynamic basically because I did ask a question um, of what his intentions are with the situation. So I have to ask. There's a couple of aspects to it as well. Was she quite selfish? Do you know? I'm going to read on K next, but from what I can see, I was asking about the selfishness situation because, hey, Umi, don't worry. You're next after unpacking this little situation. Is Kiki still here as well? Let me know if you're still here as well, Kiki. So I wanted to know from you, NC, do you know if the dynamic with R was she quite selfish? Because what I'm basically seeing in terms of his intention, that's kind of like the thing that he keeps sort of like saying he wouldn't want to go back to that space because she was quite selfish. She was quite like self-centered. It was very self-involved. There wasn't really much room for them in the relationship. The relationship mainly consisted of her and what she needed to sort of have met in the relationship. So I think when he did kind of like break away from that dynamic, he also kind of yeah, that has been the thing that's kept him out of that space because she can be a lot of herself. Yeah, I don't think he has any intentions with R from what I can see there. Um, yeah, it seems like he's being stealthy about the fact that she was just selfish in the first place anyway, so he doesn't really want to have anything to do with that. We are going to have a little look at the situation with Kay and kind of take that from there. Not sure why, because she looked like a fool. Yeah, well, that's why I was asking if you know much about the dynamics with them before, because it seems like she was just very self. I don't know how else to put it, man. She was just very focused on herself. I think his feelings barely mattered. I can't say his feelings mattered too. I can just say his feelings barely mattered. Hey, Rosie. Let's have a look at Rosie. What's the Hear me, Rosie? The free list is closed. We've got 2 that were on the waiting list that we're actually going to read for. And I want to say the donation list is actually closed now as well, because we're going to be wrapping up in the next half an hour, I guess, max. I'm on a time schedule as well tonight. Sorry, guys. But yeah. So we want to get a little bit of an understanding of the situation with Kay, guys. So what's Mr.'s intentions with Kay? My next live's gonna be next weekend. I'm gonna be out here. Hold on, let me see. Let me not tell fibs. Oh, that's Easter weekend. Is it not? I'll be out here on Saturday. I'm gonna take the Friday and actually do some work stuff. So I'll be out here on I don't want no Christians coming to my space to come and tell me I can't be reading for Good Friday. So I'll be here next Saturday. Hit me up. Okay. Right. And FYI, I'm Christian too. Okay. This is just how God expresses himself through me. This is my relationship with God. Amongst other things as well, because I can't say I'm just Christian. Okay, so, okay, guys. What do you see sort of like, what's Kay's intentions towards Mr.? All good, Rosie. Sub and put the notification bell on so you know when I do come in, and then you can just jump into the space and try and get on the free list, which is a challenge, but you can try. It makes it easier if you've got the notification on. Okay. Kay's intentions towards the Mr. guys. What's Kay's intentions towards the Mr.? Okay, let's get it. Elaborate. Okay. Okay, so Kay has more of a agenda, I guess, with the dynamics. Kay is here to cause confusion. Okay, she is here to cause confusion. Okay, so from what I can see, Kay actually has an attraction to Mister, and her intentions aren't as pure. Well, I say aren't as pure as pure in comparison to what. Anyways, the dynamics with Kay, she has an attraction, and I think it's more than platonic in terms of the dynamics where she's coming from. And I think she's hopeful, for the most part, that this won't last. To be honest, you and Mister, um, is K and X as well? Do you know what the situation was with them? Is K and X as well? Help me understand that part. That's for UNC, by the way. Okay. Hey, Tanya. Free readings are closed. Donation readings are closed. We've only got 2 more people on the list, and we're just going to sort of read for them and finish up. He said sorry. Yeah. Okay. Her morals are a little bit loose. That one you do have to watch. All good. I'll be back in here next weekend, so tune in next Saturday. But yes, beautiful. Kay, you do need to watch because Kay's morals are a little bit like wobbly. Okay. And yeah, she, however, I didn't even know that she's like, should I make him delete her like I did off the other page? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. 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 She doesn't need to be there. Truth of the matter is, they have like, yeah, she just needs to be deleted. I don't even want to like feed your little gremlins anything. He, for the most part, let me see, what's his intentions towards her as well, guys. Let me clarify that one. What's his intentions towards her? Thank you. Yeah, Kate needs to go. Okay, hear me, Kate. Kay needs to go. Kay needs to go. It's like having little floaty friends. Kay needs to go. Sorry. Kay has her own intentions, and her intentions might ignite some challenges. Of temptation. So, yeah, Kay needs to go. And R just never needs to be a thing at all, because I don't think he's interested in that situation anyways. But definitely let's wrap things up with Kay. Kay should have stayed buried. Okay. Just like it was when you left it on the other page. Yeah, that's sort of my recommendation there. Yeah. Was there anything else in the... Sorry, I'm like having a little look. No, definitely not doing too much. Intuitively picking up on some stuff. The intention and the agenda is not clear there, so just nip it in the bud. Yeah. I hope that that was useful for you. Is that like the main thing? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool, girl. You good. You good. Nip it in the bud. Okay. All right, guys. Yumi, it's your go, Yumi. I'm about to call him now. I believe you. She about to be gone by the time I finish this live. That's okay. Yumi, I'm glad for you too, man. Thank you for sticking in there. Like, you've been here since the get-go, practically, is what it felt like. And now we are finally up to where you at, Yumi. Okay, we're here. We're here. I got you. Don't worry. Is Kiki still here as well? Kiki, are you here? Because if not, Yumi's my last read, and I am finished and ready for bed, basically. Hit me with your question, Yumi. Hold on. Seems like I'm going to sneeze. Thank you. Okay. That's okay. I connect to your energy. It's all good. It's all good, Yumi. Thank you for that. Okay. Right, guys. Yumi wants to know about future love. They want to know about their person. Talk to me. That's cute. You're good. Okay. Interesting. Hey, Emily. I'm good. I'm just doing the last read, I'm afraid, but I'm back here on Saturday next week. We can hang out for Easter if you want to come and join us. All good, all good. Looking forward to hanging. Sub and hit the notification so you know when I do go live. It's easier to actually maybe guarantee you get a spot on the free list. Okay. You meet your person. Okay, all good. Thank you. You meet your person, Yumi, from what I can see, through a connection to somebody from your past. So yeah, it seems like somebody that is in your life presently is going to be the person who actually allows for the meeting. So you were sort of saying like, how will we meet? Through a mutual connection. They're sort of showing there's still some developments with the situation. Interestingly enough, I think they're actually Pisces. I don't know how well you engage with Pisces, but from what I can see, I think they're Pisces with the dynamics from what I can see. Okay. Yeah, Pisces is what I'm sensing in terms of the energy there. Okay. Okay, towards the end, there are March Pisces. Yeah, there are March Pisces, interestingly enough. So there are March Pisces towards the end. Yeah, towards the end of like, I want to say mid-March, towards the end of Pisces season. They have sort of Pisces Aries energy. And what's interesting is there's like a fiery connection between you guys. There's a lot of like excitement. So you guys like a lot of the same things, just in terms of like your personal interest. So some of the things that they like to do, they're definitely a homebody. And they appreciate that you're the same in that way. They like to do outdoor stuff, but it's not an everyday thing. And they like to plan beforehand as well, because they have a thing about just making sure cleanliness is really important to them as well, I guess. When it comes to dealing with the outdoor stuff. So they always like to make sure that they're prepared. Yeah. Are we very compatible? They are definitely charismatic. They love a good joke. Their charisma is a part of their charm. Um, their jokes are a little bit off key as well. And when I say they're a little bit off key, they're like, because you guys have shared similar interests, and I think basically there's a connection, there's an instant chemistry basically between the two of you guys, like once you guys get an opportunity to meet. But for them, they're not really like forceful or pushing anything actually. They were quite comfortable to be in a friend dynamic coming into this space. I think they don't actually even know how to approach the conversation of it being maybe more than just a friend dynamic, considering the chemistry that you guys have. Yeah. There's a funny joke about 8. I don't know what that's about. There's a funny joke about 8 something. Um, so that's also, I guess, a part of you guys' personal space. You guys have your own like inside jokes, basically. I know. I'm like, what is it with the 8? So that listen, okay. Not same career, but similar. Similar. So I think your dynamic falls into theirs. What do you do? Because I think they do something to do with tech stuff. So what do you do? I'm curious as well. Okay. Hey, Daisha. Thanks for the sub, babe. I'm actually finishing up for the night. I've been in here almost 4 hours, so I'm going to be finishing up Yumi. But I'm going to be back in here next Saturday, so you can come and hang out with me. Hit the notification bell if you've already subbed. Okay. Well, they're an engineer. They're an engineer. So yes, their job goes into your job dynamic. Okay, aiming to be a gastroenterologist. Okay, I didn't even know my tongue could do that. Good luck with that. I love that for you. What does a gastroenterologist do? I'm assuming to do with digestion stuff. I don't even know what that even means. All I can think gastro means such and such. But yeah, this is the dynamic. And I think you guys are going to sort of like meet through your social setting, because I thought so. Because digestion, I was like, gastro. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, I love that actually. I didn't even know that that was a thing. Maybe I need to go. My family has a history of digestive stuff on my dad's side. I might need a gastroenterologist. Will it take long to meet him? Not long. I think the focus isn't really, both of you guys aren't necessarily like entirely focused in that space right now. But once you guys are, it's a 5 months turnaround. Yeah, once you are open. Okay, question 2. This is going to seem, it's not 5 months from now because you just don't have the capacity. You just don't. From what I can see, it would be just too much to manage. You're kind of pretty focused and zoned in. How long have you got left for your studies? So we meet through someone, and this someone, are they related to them? No. It's a mutual friend that both of you guys sort of share. It's a mutual friend that both of you guys share. You meet just before you're about to finish up. That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking. You meet just before you're about to finish up, like a good few months before you're about to finish up, basically. Your current situation. Yeah. Literally just a few months, and it kind of like goes into the next phase or chapter of what it is that you're doing. So yeah. I think it's a good situation for both you and them as well. Yeah, it's interesting because they're kind of like on the cusp. So that cuspy energy, listen, you guys are gonna have um I guess fun managing that dynamic because there's a lot of like fiery passion in between the space with you guys as well. But there's a quiet sensitivity with the Pisces element thrown in there from them. But yeah, I hope that that was useful for you, beautiful. Thank you for the question and thank you for sticking in there and hanging out. Okay, that was a long wait, but I hope it was worth the wait. Ah, okay. All right, guys. That is going to be all good, beautiful. Thank you, actually, for being so open. It makes it a lot easier for me to be able to. Thanks for coming in and having some fun with us, okay? Come back again next time. On that note, guys, I'm going to love you guys and leave it there. Okay, thank you, Yumi. I guess Kiki didn't make it back, but good on you for stopping in and checking in, Yumi. I'll catch you guys later. Mwah. Until next time, guys.
All the things they said to hold her back, they never seem to leave her head and tend to keep her mind at war. All the